Alright, and we are back. Took a little break, had some technical difficulties here and there, but we are here. Once again, continue the story. And I'm really hyped for this next coming week or so. Because, in addition to us getting the stream today, we also got a couple collabs coming up soon. I got my media podcast with Starforce coming up on Monday, and then we got something going on Tuesday, and you guys will see the video after we're done with that.
Very excited.
Faces Sonya in the front, she turns to the side. I could have sworn they called her Lyra in the DS version.
Maybe so.
Like, I was almost 100% certain that they called her Lyra, but her Ian Wave change form was Harkmoon still.
I don't know. We can check it out.
Yeah. Maybe it's one of those Aquaman Spoutman things.
Could be.
Girl asking the guy out first.
It happens.
Macy's instead of Macy's.
Macy's, so they don't see anything.
Da, 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 da.
The rover statue. We know it's Hachiko.
It's who?
Hachiko?
From...
You don't know the story of Hachiko?
Mm-mm.
You ever watch Futurama?
No. Not a lot. I know the occasional...
Nice dog?
Oh. Wasn't it only like the first episode?
No. Like, basically, Hachiko would come and wait at the train station for his owner who would just
Never come back?
never come back.
Bruh.
That he was so loyal he stayed there till the day he died.
Wow. What is it with Mega Man RPG characters having no roots? I mean, like, both Lan and Geo had to get asked out by the girl. Like, at least in this case, it was more a thing of Sonya just asked. But Mayu had to strong-arm Lan into asking her out. Like, honestly, Roll did most of the heavy lifting in that situation, though. You still haven't played Valor 4 all the way down, have you?
Nope.
What up, Sir Isaac?
What up? Much appreciated. Best of luck with whatever you're doing.
How about we do?
Yeah, I really can't say much. My wife literally pulled me out of thin air, so...
I mean, say la vie. Oh yeah, Luna's parents.
Why would you focus on a strict boarding school? This seems cruel.
I mean, are most boarding schools strict?
I mean, I guess that's fair, but still.
Extra strict. That is a huge monitor.
Yeah.
And it's holographic. I mean, that's fair. Yes, know your place. All right, so can we just make that that meme, you know, the text back and forth meme of I love you more than this, holds up picture, know your place. But it's Bud and the picture is Pancakes talking with Luna.
I haven't seen that meme in so long.
I still see it somewhat frequently. I mean, like some of the local brunch places around here got pancakes, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
I
like...
love the assumption that if it's Bud, then Zach is just going to come along because Bud's going to bring Zach.
Yeah, just pick him up and carry him.
I mean, that's fair. What's Zach going to do?
Right?
Doesn't help, buddy.
Isn't he only canonically like 3'8", something like that?
I don't know.
Bro is short. See, I want to put bad for you, but then you go and drop a line like that. Then I'm like, now I know why you don't have friends.
That's Cinderella going on.
At least with Yai. I mean, Yai does occasionally joke like that, but Yai also comes through when you need her. Granted, to be fair, the world builds a bit different, and not everyone has navies that can bat. But it's also like in Battle Number 3, Yai shelled out to build the boat so that you could go fight World 3 on their own home turf. Yai comes through when you need her, and she only occasionally jokes about you being poor commoners, you know?
Spoiled too much for me.
You've beaten Battle Number 3.
No, I was talking about for this. I don't know what All Prez does.
Nothing that I remember. Like, it's all her parents' money. She doesn't spend it. Like, that, from what I remember, at least. But bear in mind, I also do, I got pretty much the same memory you do. Like, I haven't played this in my downtime, but prior to that, I remember next to nothing.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna push the switch. Twice the dust will go into effect. How about you run your own business? You could just text him and ask him, or call him, you know?
Yep. That would be too simple.
The plot demands that you be in the right place at the wrong time. looks like Fry's dog.
No, like, Fry's dog has basically the same story as Hachiko.
Oh.
Like, how Fry got froze and all that. His dog
Wait.
waited at the pizza place.
Hold up. What did you say his name was?
Hachiko?
Archiko. Coincidence?
Maybe. I don't know.
Just the way you pronounce it, like, I don't know, quicker than eyebrow, that one.
EM wave change. Geostellar. On the air.
I do love how even without your visualizer on, you can tell where the lane holes are. That's helpful. Like, imagine playing this game, but your Y button is broken on the DS. Anyway.
To be fair, that's a reasonable reaction.
Friend hanging out with a celebrity?
Yeah.
Hover chairs. I didn't think there's a wing hole right there. Why do those mannequins not have legs? Hover mannequins. Nice. There's supposed to be a poster right here, but there's not.
Nope.
Where's the language option? Is it on the home screen?
Probably.
Ah, that makes sense. Well, if you change it to something other than English, they'll be here.
They really just did not want to give us that content.
Why is there a wave hole in a mirror? That's spooky. That Monzimon on the wall. Hearts attack! I would say she knows what's like that money, but Geo, not really. Like, he doesn't... Welcome to How to Waste a Day. I mean, considering Geo is pretty much a shut-in, it is good for him to get out and about, you know?
But that said, this is probably super odd for him.
Yeah. I feel like that setup is a little bit bribed.
Maybe a little.
I don't know, 200 years in the future, maybe, you know, having a rainforest climate inside of your local Sears might be. Does Sears even still exist?
I don't think so.
Well,
Snakes on the roof, though.
okay, your local Macy's, because they had to change the name. Ah, I forgot that I forgot that our parents are the ones putting that on. Excellent idea there. I did play through this part on the DS version to get some footage, but I did just skip all the cutscenes. Why would they not be happy? Like, it's not a school day, I assume, so why do they care?
I mean, it's a Sunday, so...
Yeah, you wouldn't catch me dead in school on a Sunday.
Where's the poster?
Where are you, Lucian? Baclaw.
Everything's got a way hole.
Oh, heck yeah. Is that any fiber? Nope. Heck yeah. Oh, don't they also have a collect variant as well?
Yep.
Burger shop. Just dot. Just nothing. Is there anything back here? Any, You know, this is bound there was gonna be Mr. Frog hiding out back there. Giraffe. Someone just happened to drop a fan right on the wave hole.
What do either of those things have to do with snakes?
No. Maybe it's just a tropical rainforest kind of deal. 5 minutes later. Gotta love the unique NPC character model.
Yeah.
What is beyond that point besides the wave hole? Yeah, there we go.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's just the wave hole. I also forgot that this is a feature.
Me too.
Oh yeah, we got a good
I
example.
think you have to look at all the snakes.
Big boy. Angela Anaconda.
No.
Imagine you go to watch Digimon movie and that's what greets you. And they said that Infinity War was the most ambitious crossover.
Ambitious isn't exactly the word I'd use for it.
Oof. No, thank you. I wouldn't go in there.
Caution, the floor is slippery. Yeah, no kidding.
There's a couple over this way, I guess.
I think you have to read all the signs, too. First time I played this game, I thought the snakes were robotic.
One of them is.
Yeah, but I thought all of them were robotic.
Yeah. Indra. That's gotta be super fun if you can take down an elephant.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't I talk to all the snakes? But, and I examined all the snakes too. In fact, I talked to all the
How
people.
did you talk to the blue snake?
I did. Yeah. I did
Maybe
that.
you did talk to all people.
There we go.
Yeah, you just had to talk to the janitor, dude.
I would say just walking around is not that big a deal, but when it's that hot and that humid, you know. Like, cause I've been to inside a couple of zoos that have that kind of or aquariums too that have like that kind of like temperature, because that's the environment that they need for whatever animal they're hosting. So makes sense.
Gio, you seem to forget who you're hanging out with.
Also, why would it just be weird for someone to just walk into a cafe and order food? Like
How old are they again?
11, 12?
If I saw just two 12-year-olds walk into a cafe, I'd be a little...
Lan traveled around the world at the same age, unsupervised.
Still doesn't make it less weird. Oh no, the parents.
His friend, not her friend. I mean, you're not entirely wrong, but you didn't need to bring up that second point because they're not your kids.
Yeah.
You don't get to decide that. That's up to their parents. Or Gio's parent, or Gio's mom, I guess. Do we know about Sonia's dad?
I don't think so. You know what? Feed them to the snakes.
Feed them to the Shakakons. Yeah. So far, pretty much all of the villain crash outs have been valid in this. At least to some degree. love that Geo has picked up that Megasis has like a sixth sense. He can sense when an FMN's nearby, even though he doesn't say it. The last 3 times we've had a bad feeling, we almost died. Yeah, I feel like Luna should have known better. Like, again, she has already seen this happen before. Don't do it, Luna.
He's bad.
Use bad juju. You know, Gio, I don't think you actually need the visualizer for this one, because, like, Ophiuka is visible. Now her ridiculous hair makes sense.
Yep.
Gio, why are you smiling right now? Coincidentally, can control snakes. Snakes are not poisonous, they are venomous.
EM wave change. Geostellar. On the air.
Do we have counters turned off?
I don't know. I think so. I think if we just hit R1 or R2, it'll turn back on now.
I do appreciate the speed boost, though. I don't appreciate that.
There's a Moai head.
That's all I was after. Nice.
Pulls in.
Wait, pulse out. Why? We can't go. Oh, right. Gotta get to the waypole in here. See, that's what happens. That's why you don't let me in here.
Oh no!
Hello there, Titanic.
What's up? Nice.
Oh yeah, isn't that the most recent space exploration
Yeah,
thing? Yeah.
Slingshotted around the moon. Think the furthest anyone's ever been from Earth?
Probably.
What's up? Just getting on some Starforce. Yet another valid crash out in progress.
For the most part. Made the joke several times before, but this is basically Mega Man group therapy, the game. I still see a lot of people trying to ship Luna with Geo, and I'm like, nah, Sonya. Literally almost dies for Geo several times. Like, to me, there's no question. Although I do think it would have been a lot cooler if Kuno Fuka had just fired Gorgon Eye all over the place, you know, with the I-beams.
Yeah.
They didn't want to animate that, though. Kind of similar to that Battle Network 2 scenario where you need the bug expert.
Yep.
Jeez.
EM wave change. Geostellar. On the air.
I remember a lot of back and forth in this little scenario.
Yeah. Oh, they got the old man. Oh no. Ah, there we go. Nice. And run in, run in,
got that stuck in your head too.
I didn't hear you say it.
I do it almost every time we play.
Yeah. Run in the 90s. Grab the mystery data while we got the chance. I moved. Gotta go all the way back around.
How did you do it?
I forgot. I forgot that it's like the warps are one way. I think there's another. Oh wow, it's the same warp. I went the long way around. Oh well. Right.
You gotta go for the
I forgot about that.
power wave hole.
EM wave change. Geostellar. On the air. Pulls in.
There we go.
I mean, why wouldn't there be snakes there too?
Because, you know, snakes obviously know how to ride the elevator, right?
Touche. And they got on a plane once.
Alright. Were doctors able to get here in time to prevent everyone from dying from the snake venom?
Who knows?
Otherwise, Luna was incredibly close to committing mass murder.
I'm sure if they had it where snakes could so easily get out, they had plenty of anti-venom.
Probably. Hopefully.
Let's do this. Got it.
I forgot we had like a super overpowered shoulder.
Yep.
Never let your guard down.
That's what I need to get to it. There we go. Are you in here, Mr. Dude? You use like an actually cold location. Like I explained that they like it's not just a display; they actually have a real ice in there. And he's just like, who are you fist bumping to?
You know, you can't definitively tell where a wave hole is in this one. There's nothing on the ground there.
I think you're right. I can't examine the seal either.
EM wave change. Geostellar. On the air.
Killing me not going into all these wave holes.
Yeah. This is the right one. Sure, why not?
Not that way.
Pulls in.
Now, where do you use the temperature card? I have forgotten.
Ah, yep. Roast them. I do love that they bothered to actually program some dialogue for that.
That's true. That is pretty cool. What's up, Master Chief?
Welcome.
We are dealing with snakes.
How cold does that have to be to just instantly knock him out?
Pretty cold.
And the second he leaves, it just heats back up. All your snakes are belong to us. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. Robo sneak. What else? Yeah. Snakes aren't a threat anymore, so let her sleep. But
She was poisoned.
she's dying. How about you call the cops or call an ambulance first? Like, yes, go after Queen Ofiuka, but like, this guy was bitten by a rattlesnake. So unless the cold temp stops the venom from spreading,
EM wave change.
Okay, I
Geostellar.
think you need to go
On
into the
the
other
air.
wave hole.
probably. I'm just gonna grab this real quick.
Just a smooth 900 thing.
Awesome.
Love a good buffet. Ooh.
EM wave change. Geostellar. On the air.
I will say there's one thing that I don't like as much about the voice acting in the collection versus the original DS games. I personally think that the Starforce 3 voice lines sounded better on the DS version. I wonder if there's a way to switch between them.
I don't know.
I'm sure there's a mod to re-include them in the Steam version.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is my least favorite dungeon in the game, from what I remember. And playing the DS version, I have gone all the way up through the Gemini scenario, because I need to get footage of the Lunar Nights on the DS version. Yeah, I gotta get poison. Yeah, it's not bad when you have encounters turned off, or it's not as bad, but it, at least it's not as bad as, like, the Aquarium computer, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to be that bad, though. You gotta be bad with purpose to achieve that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I just kind of brute forced this one.
Bonk. Yeah. Okay, with the encounters turned off, it's not nearly as bad.
Actually used encounters on, so I would heal at the end of it.
Yes, actually, we've collabed with him a few times.
Yep.
I actually saw you on his YouTube stream the other day. I was watching him on Twitch. Saw you in his YouTube chat. Got another couple of collabs with him coming up very, very soon, actually. funnily enough, without giving away too much, he actually lives like somewhat locally to us, like an hour or two away. We've hung out at a couple cons before.
We've done a panel.
We have. I just think it's like really funny because I go to this local con and then I look at the schedule. I see there's a Mega Man panel and I'm like, and I'm not the one putting it on? What? I think it's really funny is when I'm trying to get the Mega Man comics that are releasing, he lives close to the comic shop that I have to go to because there's not one like immediately nearby. The closest one is over near where he lives. So when I get there and they're sold out of the Mega Man comic, I jokingly blame him for it. I'm like, yeah, you got to it first. You know, you bought all the comics. I'm obviously being facetious. I'm not being. I'm not being serious about it. You know, we laugh. We laugh. Okay, it's on the other side. Oh, that's unfortunate. Huh. He's streaming right now? Oh, that's probably why my phone buzzed earlier.
Probably.
Maybe not. That was a text from a friend. I wish that we could raid on YouTube. I know you can do that on Twitch, but can't on YouTube as far as I know. I think we only have like 2 major FMEs after this, don't we?
Yeah.
Or is it just the one?
Well.
Aha. Ah. That was deliberate.
Plasma gun.
Yeah, we know this works. I saw someone point out that the Mr. Hertz's look like Chow bots from or it looks like a Chow from Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call them Chow bots. Yeah, we gotta get 2 of them. Oh, misread that for a second. I thought you said, "Oh God." I'm like, this isn't Battle Network 2. You can't get away with that.
So you gonna go pick up both of them, or you gonna do one at a time?
I'm gonna get both.
Sure that's good.
Yeah, I feel like that's specifically a trap. That's a bird. Operation Snake Eater. Ow.
And you may want to do a random encounter just to heal up.
Catch the faces through each other. The walls of the universe mean nothing. Nice. What if I can't save the friend though?
Snake Eater was a really fun game.
The only Metal Gear I played is Rising.
That's fair.
I'm not big on stealth. Stealth is always optional. It's still technically stealth if there's no survivors.
Yeah. No witnesses. Makes me think of that thing with Santa.
Yeah, yeah.
Pegasus!
Little pony.
All right, let's go.
Here I go!
Could be worse.
Take this!
Sure, kibble.
On a fire panel, no
That's
less.
what you get for underestimating me!
Not on a fire panel, a grass panel.
Wait, our HP is 505? That's so weird.
Where that way?
I think it's a mystery day over here. No, apparently not. It's just waste your time. Nope, 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 nope. I am learning.
Oh yeah, the door.
Have you started the post game on 1 yet on your Steam account?
Not yet. I went ahead and started up 2.
Yeah.
But I've been kind of slow playing it.
Yeah.
Considering I have to wait till we get there to do 3.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple things that I wanted Rio to see personally in 3, like Mystery Day disappeared during the cutscene. Do we have any unlockers? We have 1. Nice. How about you don't?
How were you supposed to avoid that one?
You aren't. So do the... No? Okay. I was wondering, do the snakes, like, hang out in the bush that they go to, or what? Guess I'll back. The concept of electromagnetic snake poisoning is so silly.
Agreed.
I guess electromagnetic waves are like vibranium. They can do whatever the plot demands.
Oh, so it only triggers for the side that you got the antidote from.
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
Dang. The ragdoll animation is kind of funny. Alright, I'm gonna tweak our folder just a little bit before we go fight her.
Fair enough.
Yes, yes, we know how this goes. Here it goes, sucker. Nice. Yeah. Dear grid coordinates. I somehow doubt that would work.
Yeah, I cast doubt.
I love how Geo hasn't even questioned what is this Andromeda key you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause isn't this like the third time he's heard it mentioned?
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't said a word about it.
Nope. Just completely glosses over it. He wants info on his dad, and that's all he cares about.
I mean, he hears it the first time, maybe, but this is the third time, and she said, destroy the planet.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm standing right here, you know.
I'm counting on you, Mega. Got you.
Oh, I have to be on the same row.
Go.
Okay. Try that again.
Go blam.
Did you know that Angela Anaconda is the reason that show can never get
Okay.
renewed?
Here we go.
The show.
Kablam. Yeah, Nickelodeon?
You're done for.
You know the show?
Nope.
You don't know Kablam.
I do not.
That actually seems like something that'd be up your alley.
Got you. Never let your guard down.
Luna the Snake Girl. Not anymore, she ain't. That's a lot of money.
I really enjoy the Zinnia in these games.
Yeah. Final Fantasy VII, where his friends were battling against the giant snake in the swamp. Did Sephiroth do this? Zap. Well, that's rude. What do you want to bet that wasn't Gemini's choice? That was his host's choice?
Probably. I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
How do you know?
He can sense when they're nearby.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
I've forgotten that.
Yeah. So this does raise the awkward question of what should her parents do after this? Is she grounded for life, or do they fear for their lives? Both?
Yes.
Luna, explain this behavior. Aliens. Well, who saved us? Aliens. Oh, I forgot. This is that moment, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about this. I thought, I was misremembering. I thought that she knew back when, those weird pink things were taking over the school.
She should have figured it out around then.
Yeah. It is kind of silly when, like, in the anime version, Queen Ophiuka had, like, a tug of war going on between hers and Luna's personality at fawning over Mega Man because she has such a big crush on her. But if that had been in the games, that would have completely killed any dramatic tension this moment had.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you believe it? I mean, he just happened to be in close proximity every single time another one of these guys has shown up. Just casually slide him into the snake pit. Just scoot him with your foot. Just there you go.
Give him a little nudge.
Sweep him under the rug. So the thing is, they're phrasing it as "we shared a dream." I actually feel like this is them admitting that they saw everything and that they understand,
Mm-hmm.
but they are too prideful to admit it outright. And this is also their way of saying, "No, you weren't that monster. It was a dream." You know, like
Mhm.
this is how they're choosing to handle it. I feel like, you know, like they know what happened, but
Oh, definitely.
they're choosing to live in ignorance and be like, "Sure, no, let's just say they didn't happen." You know?
Who is this Mega Man you speak of?
They're giving her an out, and she is taking it. You know, I actually feel like that is like
Son of-
that is one of the best ways they could have handled the situation. You know, like they go to group therapy later, but for now, yes, madam. Why are you addressing her like that? Okay, and he wasn't smiling. That was his frowning profile picture.
I thought they below Sonya, where she belongs.
Yes, I was just thinking about that clip from Shark Tale. There's plankton, then there's whale poo, then there's you. No, I think that Zach goes at the very bottom.
Yeah.
I was gonna say sorry, but like, no, I'm not sorry. Zach is awful. He does have a mini arc in Star Force 2, but I don't remember anything about him in Star Force 3. But yeah, seriously, where is Sonya? Like, we need to get her an antidote or something. Yep. Yep, like you said, they had someone on standby. We didn't forget you. We had to go kill the giant snake. There's a difference. Yeah, see?
Yeah, best thing to do is apologize. This is a no-win situation.
I mean, she jumped in front of a poisonous snake, or venomous snake for you. So, yeah, like, it's not his fault, but I understand that guilt is valid here. It's not just performative. I mean, yeah,
Well, as it stands, we just got paid significantly.
indeed. I think buying her an ice cream is the least you can do.
I
No.
guess you could call it that, but
No, what's it called when you have a straight line and then there's just another fixed coordinate off to the side?
I don't know.
Wow, isn't the portrait looks so menacing?
Yeah.
Tell me who. Love triangle between Tifa and Aerith. No, Aerith belongs with Zack and Tifa belongs with Cloud. It's that simple. Although, to be fair, the only one to ever actually penetrate Aerith was Sephiroth.
That's wrong.
I'll sort myself out. Yada-da-da-da-da. Yes. Do you think she's having a Hannah Montana moment? What was the best friend's name? Lily, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, find out that Maya was actually Hannah. Or, more like an Oliver moment. Yeah. Ah, right. Yeah. Again, why are you smiling? Your secret's out. Talking about love triangle, Omega's. Yeah, I know. I don't think it's a love triangle. Like, to me, it's Gio and Sonya. Like, no questions, and Luna is just over there. There's no chance that she gets with Gio. Like, he friend zones her entirely too hard, is what I'm saying. Passing the controller off to Rio so that he can take over for a bit. Email. Only one I can think of off the top of my head is G Gundam, but again, like, Allenby definitely likes Domon, but Domon only really likes Rain. Although I personally think that Allenby and Domon have better chemistry. But she's underage. She's 17. Oh, it's a Nintendo Switch pause button. I do think this is an interesting mechanic for Gemini to use, you know?
Yeah.
The whole positive negative charge. Zeta Gundam, Camille, Fa, and 4. Oh, right. Forgot about, well, I haven't actually watched Zeta all the way down, but I played a couple of games that recount the story. I knew that Camille and 4 were were an item, or were trying to be at least. They're on opposing sides of the war. And I knew that Fa was pretty much like the Frau Bow of that series. And, she was like Camille's like childhood best friend, kind of like how Frau Bow was Amuro's. But Amuro didn't really show, at least in the anime version, didn't show a lot of romantic interest with like any of the white base crew. He had the hot spring with Matilda, but that's something else. And he ended up with Chan from Anaheim Electronics. Or I say ended up, you know what I mean.
I got a few of these white holes.
Yeah, that's fine. Grab some battle cards, grab some Zenny.
Some HP ups.
That too. There's an achievement for doing that. You know, you can use the camera thing to look around.
What button's the camera thing?
R3. That's going to make exploring comp spaces a lot quicker.
I really need to watch more Gundam.
I'd hook you up. I got
I've got Voice from Mercury started.
Oh, you started that one? I haven't even seen that one yet.
Show them what you've got, Gio.
Destiny with Luna Maria and Stella. Okay, I knew that he had a thing with Stella. I didn't know about Luna Maria, but it's been a very, very long time since I watched Sea Destiny. Like well over a decade at this point. Probably over 15 years, actually. Have you been to the Big Maui Head yet?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, Double 83, there is kind of one at the very end. It still bugs me to this day, because it's like, Uraki and Nina were such a cute couple. They actually had believable chemistry because their relationship had a good, solid foundation, proper introduction, great build-up, and then at the very last second, the writers decided to make it a love triangle and make it awkward, so that Nina suddenly starts having feeling for her old flame, who is the main antagonist, and then decides to stab Ko in the back. But Gato's over here like, I left you so that you could find happiness. Nothing has changed. I'm still completely dedicated to Zeon, so I'm gonna knock you out and send you back to your crew. And I'm gonna kill your boyfriend while I'm here. Nothing personal, we're just soldiers on opposing sides. And yeah, that made me like really hate Nina, because I'm like, you had something great and you ruined it. Oh, hello.
Go ahead and take care of this real quick.
Starforce, Pegasus, Mega, let's go all out. Got you.
That.
Yep. Keep with time.
Yep. You could make the argument that in the novelization there was kind of a sort of love triangle between Amuro and Sayla and Frabo. But not as much in the anime.
Got you.
Just rapid Great Armbuster her just drain her HP.
That's how you go. Nope, no. Cygnus? Or actually, I think Alexander might be a better idea. Alexander paralyze, and then grab the radar missile card. Just to get it out of the way. There we go. That works.
Blasted him into stardust.
Oh, I don't know where the source up there is.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. Alright. No. Harp Note already had paralyzing effects.
You won't be getting out of this in one piece.
Go. Take this.
I love that.
Come
So
on,
satisfying.
I
I'm
love
just
the
getting
Great
started.
Armbuster.
Just watch their HP drop like a rock. I do wish that in some games where it's like, if you have the option to defeat an enemy and they're supposed to like run away for a second sequence, I wish that if you actually have to reduce their HP to 0 for that to happen, if you do it fast enough, then it should acknowledge that you deleted them that hard. Or like at the end of the final boss fight where you see your HP and they're like, wow, that was a really tough fight, he's out of energy. No, my HP is still like 75% full. I'm good. I just wish that they would do that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Acknowledge some player autonomy. Ray Zabarel. It's his fault. It's always the man's suit.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not fishy at all. Ah, much appreciated. He gives a like on the stream.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, and at a Chief's recommendation, I have started Cowboy Bebop.
Nice.
I'm like 4 or 5 episodes in now, and I'm pretty hooked. I think we just found out like that Spike's got a lot more to his backstory than we realized, and he's had his first run-in with Vicious. And I do know, because I did see like the last like 7 minutes of the final episode when my brother was watching it way back when.
Mm-hmm.
So I do know that they're gonna have a decisive battle later. But oh.
It may just be this portrait version instead of the pixel art, but his eyes look way sadder than I remember them.
No music.
Yeah. Yes, I'm really enjoying it. I really like the art style is great. The music is fantastic. So far, every villain of the week's been pretty interesting. I think that Faye is kind of hilarious because she just kind of showed up and is constantly getting into trouble. I love that they acknowledge just how broke they are. Like, Jet's like, yeah, we're having beef and bell peppers. His Spike's like, there's no beef in here. There is when you're broke. You can sleep for dinner.
You ever had a beef breast for dessert?
Thanks. Made by Sunrise Anime, who did Gundam. Yes, and I did notice that. I noticed that some of the character designs, or maybe not character designs, but like some of the outfit designs, like Spike's pilot suit, it bears a bit of a resemblance to the Mobile Suit Pilot's suits from Gundam Seed, like especially the Zapped ones. It's because like the space helmet has like kind of a V-shaped, like the helmet comes down to like a V shape around the chin rather than being just curved, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm noticing some similarities between some designs, and since Gundam Seed released in like the early 2000s and Cowboy Bebop came out in '98, there could be some overlap there in character designs or mech designers in between works if it's the same studio. Sunrise and Bandai, yes, same, two of the same studios. Haven't been able to find a level number written on some of these. Oh, what's he got? What's that guy got to say? Glory. Glory lies beyond the horizon.
There we go.
Wow, this place is a dump. Okay, you know, earlier I did complain about the autosave thing on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
It's outside the border of the game, so I can ignore that. You know, like for video editing and stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just crop it. Just
This is where I was thrown away.
like, I hate that I'm thinking this, but I want someone to do like another version of the exactly. This is where I watched my parents die. This is where I was thrown away, Geo. Cal, a bummer. I just now noticed that the cleanup bots look like they're wearing bandanas on their heads.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the stereotypical like,
The maid.
yeah, like or like my like Rosie the Riveter is the idea I was thinking of, but like women of that time period is like when you see them like media like cleaning house and stuff, they got their hair pulled back in a bandana like that.
you get like pretty much every single kind of trauma in this game, and you help people overcome it in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
You got parental issues, like you got neglectful parents. You got coping with loss. You have abandonment from not just family, but also from close friends. You got not being able to trust others because you've been betrayed. You got like the whole 9 yards. I would definitely say that in Starforce 2 and 3, they deal with far less of that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this game's like surprisingly heavy. And definitely underappreciated in its day. And again, that's why I'm so glad the collection's out. So now that, you know, it's getting the recognition it deserved the whole time.
Sorry, it's level 2.
Yeah. I don't like the size of those pinchers, you know?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
You just showed us where you came from.
Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from? Cotton Eye Joe?
I find it odd that they don't use the voice line for that.
Yeah, after Brie and I finish Cowboy Bebop, I think we're gonna watch Outlaw Star next. That is one I have seen all the way down. It's just been a while, but Brie needs to watch it.
I watched all of Outlaw Star as a kid
Yeah,
and remember so little about it that it basically annoys me.
play the theme song's a banger, like fantastic.
All right,
Fire the laser.
take this.
Zap. I see you. Zap.
Go.
I think fire would pierce their shell. Probably.
All according to plan.
Why risk it?
True. Yoshi's Island be like.
It becomes
Oh, hey.
so easy to just not do any encounters ever.
Yeah. Which is why I wasn't worried about you recording your playthrough on Dragon, because I can just, if there are any differences, I can get to them myself.
Yeah.
Speedrun it.
Pulls in.
What's going on here? Book club. Want to join? Nice. My favorite Batman villain, Two-Face. You like baseball? Because we got a doubleheader.
No.
I have something else to say about Gemini. Remind me when we get there later.
Do my best.
Starforce, Pegasus.
Here they come.
Have some of this.
I keep thinking I should freeze one.
To be fair, in Ezra's case, at least in Lunar Nights, it is an icy wind.
Gamer give off such big Waluigi energy?
I don't know, but Mega Buster feels like it's taking forever to
We
charge.
aced that.
It is. Battle Hammer Blaster has the lowest charge rate, but it's got the highest rank. And it's just so high a damage output because we have the attack power booster turned up.
Pulls in.
Whoops. Oh yeah, got to come back with mystery data.
It was literally right there, Gio. Why didn't you pick it up?
They had to remove it for the cutscene. H-Glove.
Check out what that is in a little bit.
Grab another mystery data before we pulse out.
Just checking.
Go winkety doo. Where is it home?
It's a good question.
The orphanage, I think.
I suppose it would have to be. But where is the orphanage?
Oh, I just got a horrible idea.
What's that?
Okay, so it's been requested that I make a Starforce slander.
Shoot, I don't have that one.
That I make a Starforce slander video, right? I just had the terrible idea. It's like you got the clip where it's like describing characters. The caption just says Pat, and then it's the clip from Family Guy, Problem at Dumpster Baby.
Ah,
I'm not gonna do that.
that's terrible.
Yeah, why you think I'm thinking that? Or why you think I'm saying that's terrible? Ooh, that's bad.
When Pat says he has to go home and his SpongeBob holding open the garbage.
It took me a minute to remember which clip we're talking about. My first thought was the coffin. Get in!
That's even worse.
No, you're talking about from Rockabye by Mouth. That's terrible.
That's just on demand, aren't they?
Yep. It's pretty much an Uber at this point. Sucks for you.
I'm assuming it's bedtime.
Yeah. seconds later. You said the trigger word. So that goes on Manchurian Candidate. Or Winter Soldier. You know, if he could have just said, need you to leave for your own safety, and left it at that, nothing would have happened.
Nope.
Again, that is fantastic portrait right there.
Dude, they really put some soul into this.
Oh yeah. Also, how strong do you gotta be as like an 11-year-old to lay out a fully grown man like that? Got it. Got a better one. What do you know about the main antagonist of JoJo Part 5? Besides his stand.
Not much.
Alright, never mind then. I'll explain later.
Trust no one. Not even yourself.
It's his own persona, indeed. This is Patrick. Much more positive. As in positive charge. Gemini confirmed. You've been right the last, like, 3 times. You should say something.
But would you really want to say something in this scenario?
I feel like this moment is Omega Six showing a little bit of restraint, you know? Show restraint and respect Gio's feelings, but be ready to jump, is what I would say. Like, just keep your hand on your holster, you know? That's kind of the way I'm imagining Omega Six during this moment. Jump cuts in front of the dog. That works. Who knew that becoming Facebook friends was such a big thing? Really was a dick move on Ray's part. Alright, so I was gonna say about Gemini. In addition to his Ephemian form, or in addition to his EM Wave Change form being two people, I think that, like, Gemini has literally two faces. It's also meant to be metaphorical, because his host is two-faced. Like, not just split personality, but it's like the literary device of someone being two-faced, you know? No. I was brainstorming something, and I'm like, probably stretching with that logic that I have.
I don't know.
Do you care about JoJo Part 5 spoilers?
Nah.
So, King Crimson's user, Diavolo,
Mm-hmm.
he is also a body with two souls trapped in it. But whenever he switches back and forth, there's also a lot of physical changes that are undergone as well. Like, Diavolo is, like, bigger and, like, more muscular than Doppio.
Mm-hmm.
And there's even one part where Silver Chariot Requiem caused everyone's souls to, like, jump into different bodies. When that happened, Diavolo and Doppio were separated, and they went into two different bodies. So it's less split personality in that case, but it is more two actual souls, you know?
Mm-hmm.
King Crimson, you've seen his design. He also has two faces. He's got his face, and then he's got the tiny one on his forehead.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering, are Gemini and Pat a reference to King Crimson? And Diavolo and Doppio? Their powers aren't the same, though, so I think I might be stretching a little far with that one, you know?
Yeah, I think there's similar bases, but
And it's like, you know, Gemini, the whole thing with Gemini, the constellation, is that they're twins.
yeah.
So I'm like, is that too far of a reach? Because, you know, the Part 5 manga would have been out around this time. Not everything is a JoJo reference. That might have just been a tiny stretch too far, you know?
I get you, though.
An interesting idea. Death Battle win. But,
That's my one gripe with this game.
just running into people.
It is so easy to just get trapped on someone's geometry.
Yeah. But what if you got trapped on their geography? No.
I know it's not a scrapyard, but we haven't actually been through the wave road here.
We have not.
EM Wave Change, Geostellar, on the air.
It dawns on me, we could just search everywhere with this.
Yeah.
It's not just the, what you call it, spaces.
Comp spaces, yeah.
I don't know, that kind of takes some fun out of it, though.
A little. But I think it's optional then. Mead green. That axe.
See, like, why did we run into each other? Oh, we don't have another unlocker.
No, we don't. I missed that one on on the DS version too. Because I did just kind of stop at the Lunar Knights crossover. Actually, I haven't played the Lunar Knights crossover on the DS version yet. I do still need to record that.
Pulls in.
That just occurred to me. Oh. There it is. Straight ahead. Nice. Think we got time to do the next session, or next 7, or do you think we'll have to save for next time?
Probably have to save it for next time, but I can at least get us up there.
Yeah. Yeah, I got kind of a late start today. But, oh well, say la vie.
Calculated here. Ah.
Alright, talk to him.
I sincerely think we don't need any more things.
Like for the rest of the game?
All we have is anything equipped for some reason. The lead finder.
Nope.
Pulls in.
Not the right place.
Nope.
What?
Got a pulse out up there.
Okay, call for that one guy.
Yeah. Send the back home to the back rooms.
Is it not somewhere around where he was?
Yeah, it's back over there. Try examining the crane right there. There you go. Oh, heck yeah. I didn't know that was there. I feel like that's an easy one to miss.
Yeah.
Because it's like you examine it for the key item, you never think to examine it again. Now that actually would be a really great like EXE Navi design.
Yeah.
All the PETs. And I'm really surprised that there's not a wave hole right there.
Yeah.
Alarm?
Yep.
Dead. Random card trader just out here in the middle of nowhere. Not bad.
EM wave change. Geostellar. On the air.
And
This is where we
this is
got.
the beginning of the next dungeon, yeah.
Yeah, I'll get us into the first good comp for it.
Right. Random crash TIE fighter right there.
I was sitting here thinking the same thing, but the wings are like misaligned for that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a satellite, but...
Pulls in.
Okay, this was my least favorite dungeon.
It's easier with the counters turned off. Doesn't make it
You
super,
know,
but...
I can kind of see that. But, ooh. I hate proximity challenges in games.
Yeah.
That seems like as good a spot to stop as any.
Yeah. So, plot twist, Pat was evil. Which, I mean...
Makes me sad, 'cause I still like the character design.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, I like the design despite evil, but...
I am sad, because, like, Bro deserves better, but, you know, who didn't see this coming?
Yeah.
Like, ever since its introduction, you know? The fact that he wasn't affected by the brainwave during the Libra scenario.
Mhm.
He just happened to show up a couple times when, Spooky Stuff was going down. I'm like, yeah, it's... Great build-up, though. I just wish Geo wasn't that dense. We'll have to be in talks as to when we're getting back on stream, but,
Ready to go whenever.
plus side, I'm playing the start next turn because you ended off, so that means that I'll play this dungeon, and you'll play the next one.
Fair enough.
Alright, well, we'll see y'all whenever we stream again. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
Oh, good night, Chief.